Um, a really great first win for these girls. Just to come out and have a statement win like that is great for them and for our program and obviously for our fans. I was really pleased with the energy that we started the game with, and I think you were able to see the pace that we want to play with, and then also the defensive tenacity that we want to try to enforce. And I thought that the girls really played well the first half. Some of the best basketball we've probably played since I've been here in that first half. I thought the second half we struggled a little bit to get back into that rhythm. We didn't take care of the basketball as well. We didn't work together as well, but overall, I thought we got some really good minutes for a lot of people and played really well. And in Rio Grande Valley and their defense, they are down several starters, and they're going to be a really good basketball team. And so I just appreciate them coming and playing us, and we wish them the very best and hope that they heal up.
Jordan, get your initial thoughts on your first game as a Lady Raider.
I love it here. It's amazing. The atmosphere that we played in, the fans, the energy, it's truly a different atmosphere to play in. And I just really appreciate, the coaching staff and the players who have instilled confidence in me since I set foot on campus. So I'm really grateful to be here, and I'm really excited to continue the season.
Jazz, I guess pretty solid effort for you. Coach mentioned maybe the slow second half. It started fast for you, at least. Can you speak to your night?
Yes. I had a wonderful night, but I think us collectively had a wonderful night. We came out and dominated from start to finish. Coach mentioned that we did start off slow the second half, but that's going to happen when we're playing our first collegiate game of the season. But just to come out and dominate and to let everybody know that, we're serious about this season. And like Coach said, Rio Grande Valley is a great team. But I think that we dictate and dominated the whole game. And that led me into having a breakout night. But it all goes to my teammates and to my coaches.
And Jasmine, just how do you like playing in this, new full court pressure that y'all sort of debuted tonight?
Oh, I love it. We've been doing that since the first day of practice. So we were ready for it tonight. It's nothing new to us. We're conditioned to do it. So when she tells us to get into it, we get into it, and we ask no questions because we can do it. And we did it tonight. We wrapped up the pressure. We got a lot of steals and turnovers because of it, and it's something that we're going to continue to do.
And Jordan, you had a block in the first quarter, kind of, celebrated a little bit. Is that just the kind of swagger we can expect from you going forward?
It's funny because, I've never been that kind of player, but being here, it's just being around the girls who also exhibit that kind of passion for the game. I've learned to embrace that. So definitely expect that from me all the time because I'm coming. I'm ready. Yeah.
Just kind of off of that, what does it mean to kind of have that first game under your belt and play in front of this crowd?
It just kind of shows all the work we've been putting in the summer and, this leading up to this game. We worked really hard on building our chemistry on and off the floor. So it's just really great to see that all come together. And everybody has mentioned, our press, I feel like that's something that we've really been focusing on. We have the athleticism, the speed, the size to be able to do that. So it's just really important that we continue executing each game and showing everybody what we've been working on.
Was there a little bit of extra emphasis for you not being able to play in that exhibition to play the way you did?
Yeah, it was a good first game.
Coach, you guys scored 46 points in the paint tonight, and you did it in a variety of ways, backdoor cuts, high-low action, give and goes, whatever the case may be. Was that a point of emphasis coming into the game, and how do you feel like you were able to establish a presence inside?
Yeah, no doubt. We've been talking a lot about just points in the paint or even paint touches. If we can get a paint touch every possession, I think good things are going to happen for us. And a lot of times that's where your first look is. And I think our kids are really starting to understand that. And because we got those early, that allowed us to get some open looks at the three-point line, and therefore our percentage from the three was a lot better as well.
And yeah, just one. Jasmine, I don't know if you know, but you tied your career high of 26 points tonight. Did you know that when you were at the free throw line there at the end?
I did
You
not.
mean she could have beat it?
I could have
She
beat it.
missed the last free
Yeah,
throw? She could
I'm
have
sorry.
beat it?
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's for
Yeah.
sure she knew that if she missed.
Yeah, no, I did not realize that. I should have focused in and put that free throw in to beat it. But no, I'm just glad that we really got this win. Thank you.
Thanks, girlies.
Coach, they talked about it a little bit, but how pleased were you with the pressure you guys were able to put on them in the first half?
Yeah, I was really pleased. When we recruited these kids, that's what we had in mind, and that's how we've wanted to play. Really, since I got the job, it's just been a matter of recruiting and getting the right people into place. And we knew with this team in particular that we would be able to extend our defense and play at a faster pace. And I was really pleased with that look, especially just with our with our showing in the exhibition game. We obviously weren't able to do that without Jordan on the floor especially. And so I think that tonight was good for them to see the success and how well they played on offense because of their defense.
Because you were able to get out to such a big lead, too. You kind of called the dogs off in the second half. Sure. And you mentioned, some issues in the second half. But what do you think you guys did well in that second half without playing a regular defense?
Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch the film because right now I don't think we did a lot of things really well. But I did think that some kids came out and did some good things. I thought Alina Enrique really had a good game of playing within herself and doing what we needed her to do from the scout. And I thought that last bucket that she had was really tough and just showed what she's capable of doing and how crafty she is in the paint. I also thought Ashley Chevalier played a really solid game and just gave us some stability at the point guard position because obviously we're down a point guard losing Jazzion, and so her and Bailey are having to share that a little bit, and I thought Ashley gave us some really good stability there. So there's going to be some things that we really need to work on in the half court whenever we go back and watch this tape. But I thought overall, they really had a good outing.
I've got some next game stuff.
Okay.
Coach Alina had that steal right before
Yep.
the end of the first quarter and, drove it right to the hoop. Just how do you think that play sort of shows her ability and versatility?
Yeah, so Alina is a really good basketball player. Like, she's super fundamental. She works super hard, and she's smart. And that was our scout. The set that they ran, the scout was to deny the high post on the reversal. And because she followed instructions and followed the game plan, she got a steal, and then you saw her athleticism, the length of the floor, her ability to be able to handle the basketball and then finish in transition was fantastic, and it just gave her a lot of confidence, and it gave our energy, it gave our crowd a lot of energy, and it gave our bench a lot of energy as well. So really glad to see her do that, and I think it's just the tip of the iceberg for her. She's really good, and she's going to just get more and more and more confident. She hasn't been practicing at full speed except for maybe the past 2.5 weeks. So it's just going to get better with her.
Coach, we already talked about, obviously, Jasmine having a great night, but Bailey had a great night scoring the ball as well. What does it mean for you to have kind of your sophomores, clicking this early on offense and just kind of leading the way that they did tonight?
Well, I think you can go back to last year and us getting them a lot of minutes as freshmen that makes them now be veterans, in my opinion. I don't really think of them as being young, as even sophomores. And we know that they're capable. Obviously, we saw that last year. But now, they're going to have a bigger target on their back because they're going to draw the better defenders on the team and on our opponents. And I thought that they both just played within themselves and played with a lot of confidence. And I think, obviously, they gained that last year, and they're carrying it over and becoming the leaders for the Lady Raiders this year.
You're not always going to have 50-point leads. So what is it? what does it mean to get a lot more run out of your bench in a game like this?
Yeah, it was good to be able to get them some experience, right, and some minutes. And we're still trying to figure out rotations. We're still trying to figure out lineups that work for us, and even different sets, because I think we can go really big and and strong, and it's not going to be the same pace, right? It's going to be more of a power ball, and we didn't get those looks tonight that I probably would have wanted when we had those kids on the floor. But I think it shows too, like, Alina's a perfect example. I told her early in one of our practices that I didn't want her running our press, more so just for wear and tear on her knees, but I didn't say that at the time. I just said, hey, I don't want you in the press right now. And after the practice, she came to me and was like, can we talk about the press? And I was like, because you want to be in it? And she was like, yes, I want to be in it. I was like, okay, you're going to be in it. Like, but we just need to give yourself there's no reason to run your knees into the ground right now. So I think it just shows like that we're just trying to get these kids in the kind of shape they need to be in to be able to play like that. And then we're trying to see what lineups can do that as well. So I thought it was great, the amount of minutes that we got are the kids coming off the bench. And I'll tell you right now, and I've told them, like, our starting lineup is going to change this year. It's going to depend on a lot of matchups. It's going to depend on competition in practice. Like, we're at that point in our program now where we can have internal competition, and that's only going to make us better on a daily basis.
Along those lines with the freshmen, I don't know how much they're going to play this year, but how important was it to get them the minutes that you did there? And Logan seems like she's like a pinball out there.
Yeah, Logan's got a lot of potential and a lot of athleticism. She's so strong and quick and explosive, and that's what I said to her. I was like, we weren't anticipating her fouling out, and she's almost like, I wouldn't say too athletic, but she hasn't caught up with her body, right? Like, her body has to catch up with herself, and so that she can slow her feet down and stay under control. And she just had a lot of adrenaline today, which was fun to see. But she's going to be a really good basketball player. And Kelly Mora has the tools. She's going to have to get where she can play at the pace of the game that we want to play at. But both of those kids can help us, and we'll see. That's where I love the competition factor, is now they can see, like, oh, this isn't high school anymore. We've got to compete for our spots.
I know you just won a basketball game. I don't know if we're going to see you again. I guess, could you look ahead a little bit to Bill Brock's team?
I can. I can't tell you much about them. They played yesterday, and I know they had a big win. I know that he has all new players, all new coaching staff. So we're not going to know a lot about them, but we're going to watch some film, obviously, tonight and tomorrow and prepare as quickly as possible. But I know they'll be well coached. Coach Brock does a great job, and I know he's gotten a lot of athletes, so they'll be very athletic. So it'll be somebody that can match our athleticism, but we'll just have to see what that looks like. But I'm expecting it to be a tough game and something that we're going to have to really focus and be prepared for. All right, thank you guys. Appreciate y'all being here.